Ian Watkins, a former lead singer of the Welsh rock band Lostprophets, has died following a violent attack inside prison. Reports confirm that Watkins was assaulted in HMP Wakefield, one of the most secure prisons in the United Kingdom. He was serving a long sentence for multiple child sex offenses, including the attempted rape of a baby. The attack is said to have involved a knife, and despite attempts to save him, Ian Watkins did not survive his injuries. Ian Watkins' story is one of the most shocking and disturbing in modern British music history. At one point, he was at the height of fame, performing to sold-out crowds around the world. Lostprophets had released several hit albums and were considered one of the most influential alternative rock bands of the early 2000s. Their music, full of energy and emotion, connected deeply with fans and earned them international recognition. But behind the fame, Watkins was living a dark double life that would eventually destroy everything he built. In 2013, Ian Watkins was sentenced to 29 years in prison, with an additional 6 years to be served on license after release. The crimes he committed were horrifying and deeply disturbing. He pleaded guilty to multiple charges of child sex abuse, including the attempted rape of a baby. The details revealed during his trial were so graphic that they left the public stunned and disgusted. His actions not only ruined his own life, but also caused immense pain to his victims and their families. After his conviction, Lostprophets immediately disbanded. The other members publicly condemned Watkins and expressed their shock and sadness over what he had done. They stated that they had no knowledge of his crimes and wanted to completely distance themselves from him. For many fans, it was impossible to separate the band's music from a man at the center of the scandal. What had once been songs filled with hope and energy were now tainted by the horrific truth behind the band's frontman. HMP Wakefield, where Watkins was held, is known for housing some of the country's most dangerous offenders. It has a reputation for being one of the toughest prisons in Britain, often referred to as Monster Mansion. Inmates convicted of sexual offenses, especially crimes involving children, are frequently targeted by other prisoners. Over the years, there had been growing concern for Watkins' safety, as reports surfaced of threats and altercations behind bars. The attack that led to Ian Watkins' death was reportedly carried out by fellow inmates. Early information suggests it was a planned assault, and investigators are now looking into how it happened inside a high-security facility. Questions are being raised about how a weapon was obtained and whether prison staff could have done more to prevent the incident. Police and prison authorities have both confirmed that a full investigation is underway. The news of Ian Watkins' death has reignited debate about the justice system and the treatment of high-profile offenders. Some people have expressed disbelief that such an attack could occur inside one of the most secure prisons in the country. Others have reacted with little sympathy, saying that Watkins' crimes were so severe that few will mourn his death. Online discussions have also resurfaced around the legacy of Lostprophets, with former fans reflecting on how the band's music has been overshadowed by the horrific truth about their lead singer. For many, the story of Ian Watkins serves as a chilling reminder of how fame and trust can be abused. Behind the public image of a charismatic rock star was a man leading a secret life of exploitation and manipulation. His case exposed serious failures and how certain individuals can use their celebrity status to hide terrible crimes for years. It also led to widespread conversations about protecting children and holding powerful figures accountable for their actions. As investigators continue to piece together the details of what happened inside HMP Wakefield, one thing remains clear. The life of Ian Watkins ended the same way it had been defined for more than a decade, inside prison walls, surrounded by controversy and consequences. His death marks the final chapter in a story that began with fame and music, but ended in darkness and disgrace. For those who once admired him, the story of Ian Watkins is a painful reminder that talent and success can never excuse evil. His actions will forever define his legacy, and his name will remain a symbol of one of the darkest scandals in British music history.